People have always thought of immigration as being a non-indigenous related issue. Um, but people are becoming aware of the problem of the rights and mobility for indigenous people when crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. There's been cases where individuals have been stopped at gunpoint on the Tonopah Reservation. Elderly people have been harassed by Border Patrol. Border Patrol come into private property at all hours of the night and start peeking through windows. Destruction of sacred sites, destruction of property by dragging tires through some areas of the border there. They have seen people being stopped like in 100-degree weathers. It was so hot, and they have those poor undocumented people lying on the floor there on the pavement when it's so hot. The presence of military equipment in the border in itself is very intimidating. The helicopters, the lights, it has become more like a war zone rather than a neighbor to neighbor, situation. But my main concern as a ceremonial leader is ceremonial participants. There was a group of ceremonial participants coming down to one of the Yaqui communities, and they were they got everybody down, and they were accusing the driver as being one of the smugglers. And they held him for over an hour or so, questioning everybody. They separated everybody. The driver took him alone by himself to the one side, and the rest over here. They were interrogating everybody, every single one of them. And that really scared the Yaqui participants, Why are they doing this to us, We're not criminals, and so on and so forth. So they were very intimidated by what they saw. And as a matter of fact, they said, we're not coming back, we're not going to come back. And so because we're going to be treated like this all the time we come across, and we're not going to come back. And that's where we have somehow managed to work with the ceremonial people. We got a group of Yaqui ceremonial leaders, and we met with the director of the council in Hermosillo to talk about specifically the process and in allowing Yaqui participants, ceremonial participants, to come through with a special permit. We met with some officials from the State Department and officials from the INS here in Tucson on the Pascua Yaqui Reservation, and we got them to agree that the consulate will deal with us directly. For the first time, we were able to put together a group of ceremonial leaders to talk to the American consulate and have the American consulate recognize the ceremonial leaders as officials for ceremonies.
To me, personally, it's an ugly wall, being that for many years, my people, the indigenous people, the Yaqui people, have always been crossing this border for hundreds of years. The wall here, and the idea of the wall stopping people coming across, is something that has not worked. Now they have this wall to tell them you are not welcome. And others, they live across the border, on both sides of the border. I may have an uncle or an aunt living in Nogales, Sonora, and I live here in Nogales, Arizona. So there is a lot of relationship goes on. On top of that, they got military working here. There was a truck that passed through here, or the National Guard, or the Army. So all those people are also going to be pretty soon working on enforcing the immigration laws here. In crossing, border crossing, is that there have been some indigenous treaties that have allowed the indigenous people to come across at will without inspection. And that is something that is being violated.
Our third gathering of the Alianza this coming August, where we'll have a cultural exchange conference rather than just a conference to discuss the problems and issues, but rather a ceremonial gathering, an exchange of ideas and how to preserve our ceremonies and the language and what have you. And I mean, indigenous people, indigenous communities have been asking to be part of the Alianza. We're all indigenous people, without borders.